Welcome back to the channel. So I actually came on today to record Losing It by Ren, and I saw that this came out yesterday through a thumbnail of another reactor, Falling in Reverse's cover of Last Resort. Now, I grew up on this original by Papa Roach, so I'm a little bit nervous. I like Falling in Reverse. You guys know this by the two reactions I've done by Falling in Reverse, that I love Falling in Reverse. I love what Ronnie Radke's doing with Falling in Reverse's music and stuff. I am nervous to see what this is going to be. I've seen it people saying that Last Resort is technically a nu metal song. I'd say it's not. His vocals are very rappy, for sure. But when I think of nu metal, I think of like POD, especially Limp Bizkit, especially Korn, especially Linkin Park. Those are like nu metal. I'd say this song is nu metal characteristics, but it's not a nu metal song. That's neither here nor there. I think it could work with Falling in Reverse's rock, metal, rap mixture. I'm very fond of this song, so I haven't liked any other cover I've yet seen of this one. So I think what's great about the Last Resort original by Papa Roach is the lyrics with the high octane, high, intensity music to go along with it. Really, really works well. I've seen a lot of songs go very poppy with it that I think, while the lyrics kind of fit that poppy sound, I guess, I'm personally not a huge fan of like pop ballads or rock ballads. So I'm hoping that's not what this goes for. I'm not reading any of the comments. I haven't read anything. I know a lot of you like me to do research going into it, but for stuff like this, I like to be fully surprised. I like for it to be a full-on reaction. So we are going to get into the reaction. Like I said, I'm very nervous. It looks like this is again a production though, from the video standpoint, which is really cool. I love that Falling in Reverse does all that kind of stuff. All right, without further ado, let's get into Falling in Reverse's cover of Last Resort. Got the cello and piano in the back.
This is my last resort. Suffocation, no breathing. Don't give a fuck if I cut my arm bleeding.
Got Ronnie playing the guitar. I mean the piano. Like that riff on the guitar is like almost a culturally significant. It's a culturally significant riff, at least for my generation. I don't know about people born before or after, but millennials, my generation, like that riff on the guitar is a culturally significant riff. Let's continue. By the way, his voice always pure, no matter what he's doing, whether it's screams, low screams, high screams, singing like this. His voice is very, very pure. Great tone.
Cut my life into pieces. Erase my last resort. Suffocation, no breathing. Don't give a fuck if I cut my arm bleeding. Do you even care if I die bleeding? Would it be wrong or it be right if I took my life tonight? Chances are that I might. Mutilation out of sight, and I'm contemplating suicide. I'm contemplating suicide. 'Cause I'm losing my sight, losing my mind. Wish somebody would tell me I'm fine. Losing my sight, losing my mind. Wish somebody would tell me I'm fine. I am fine.
So like I just said, Ronnie can hit those high notes. I'm already sold on his singing abilities just from the two songs I've already done. But to hear him do these pop vocals, for lack of a better term, extremely impressive for sure. When he went into that falsetto there, it was very clean transition. There was no cracking in his voice. He didn't waver on the notes, on the intonation of the notes. It was very, very good transition. And the tremolo on the end. At the end of this, we are going to break down or separate the track, excuse me. And we're going to talk about the vocals because I think I hear something that I don't like. Not that he's doing with his voice, but in the production. And we'll get into that in a second.
I never realized I was spread too thin till it was too late and I was empty within, feeding on chaos and living in sin. Downward spiral, where do I begin? It all started when I lost my mother. No love for myself and no love for another. To find a lover on a higher level.
When he said the no love for another, like that angst and anger in his voice, you definitely 100% feel it. I love when Ronnie goes into those, like the growling or the distortion in his voice. I think that's when he's best at emoting, showing emotion within his voice. Obviously, he's good at in all spots, as we were seeing now, but that's my favorite Ronnie Radke voice.
My mother, no love for myself and no love for another. To find a lover on a higher level, finding nothing but questions and devils.
Production of this video is crazy.
Losing my sight, losing my mind. Wish somebody would tell me I'm fine. Losing my sight, losing my mind. Wish somebody would tell me I'm fine. Nothing is fine.
I've mentioned this in other vocal performances, especially Chinchilla's Fingers Live, right? I when a singer doesn't worry about tonality, hitting the notes, and just focuses on the emotion of what they're trying to portray, that resonates with me more than anything else. This whole vocal part right here is resonating with me more than any other part of the song. It's nice to have the cool, clean piano with the cello and the strings. We've seen all of that before. That's happened in countless other pop songs and all that other stuff. That's cool from a production standpoint to be able to add that to a rock song. That's all cool, fine, and dandy. It's been done before, right? The thing I like about Falling in Reverse is thinking outside the box and doing different things. It's not here that I want to see. However, their stuff doesn't always have to be thinking outside the box. It just doesn't. No artist has to always do their thing, their niche, right? It's okay to go into things you've heard before as kind of a fun steer away from your regular stuff. But what I'm getting at here is his vocals on this part evoke so much emotion that this is now where I'm actually fully engaged into the song, is hearing his emotional breakthrough in the song from his vocals.
Tell me I'm fine. Nothing is fine. I'm crying. I'm
Where we end the next part. Falling Reverse is also very good at having their visuals of the video match the lyrics, right? Very part of the song we all know is cut my life into pieces, right? Everything is falling to pieces, right? Everything is crashing down on him. It's what it feels like to be depressed, what it feels like to have so much pain, so much anxiety, like everything's falling apart around you, right? Perfect. And it also feels like you're alone when you're in that. So he's by himself, he's alone with his demons, hence the women playing the string section look like they're some type of ethereal demon being, right? You're alone with your demons and everything around you is falling apart. perfect visual for what we're talking about.
I can't go on living this way. I can't go on living this way. Cut my life into pieces.
Still keeping true to the original with the double vocal line, right? He's singing his melody and then the cut. I can't sing it, but he's singing the cut my life into pieces in the background, right? We'll go over that when we separate the tracks. Staying true to the original, but still keeping the, I guess, the theme of this version. Notice that the girls are crying as well. The emotion, again, being emoted here. Obviously, the video is being acted out, right? But it 100% matches how I imagine him actually singing the song. He's clutching his fists. He's got that spread out stance and he's screaming at the top of his lungs, right? That's what it takes to sing like this. You can only sing that way if you're taking all the emotion, you're feeling what you're talking about or singing about, and you're projecting that out. That's exactly what he's doing. 100% love that. So it's not lost on me the opposite correlation that this video has with their last single, right? Which is my first Falling in Reverse song, Watch the World Burn, where he tore everything apart, right? Tore everything apart, made the world burn, right? And this was the aftermath of that, with everything falling apart after it being burnt, him projecting this negative energy out, letting all that emotion out. In doing so, in doing that, and letting your emotions out and feeling those emotions, instead of letting them consume you from within, you heal yourself. And in doing that, all the pieces came back together. The earth or the world being on fire went away and everything is back together, right? Again, visual representation. I love how the visuals are a metaphor for the turmoil inside and the healing inside. Very cool. I love that aspect of the videos. Now, a lot of you are not going to like this part of my initial reaction to this. I'm not a fan of pop ballads, rock ballads. It's one thing, for instance, like Chalk Outlines, which is a very poppy song, right? How to Be Me, Fingers Live, those songs are very, very poppy, right? It's vocal prowess, it's all that. The difference between that and this is it's a guitar and the singers. It's the guitar and the singers. It's the guitar and the singers. This is piano and the singer, which is totally fine as well. When you start bringing in string section, and people who play the strings don't hate me for this. I play guitar, I play strings, but you lose me a little bit with that. These like epic movie trailers renditions of songs, I am not a huge fan of. I do not like them very much. That is my opinion. I'm sure there's people that this made them cry. They totally resonated with this version. They love this version. Nothing beats the original version, in my opinion. That evoked way more emotion for me personally because of how I relate to the entirety of the song. I relate to the vocal emotion in this. I enjoyed that aspect. I think the way that they use the strings and the piano to build an intensity with his vocals is very masterful. There's a lot. Look, you can dislike a rendition of a song or dislike a song and still talk about the positives of a song, because not every song is bad all the way through. Well, that's not true, but most songs are not completely bad and most songs are not completely good, right? We can all agree on that. Music is also subjective. There's going to be people that love this and think this is the better version. This is an amazing version. And I think there is a lot of aspects to this version that is amazing. His vocals are amazing. We're going to get into that too. I'm going to dive deep into that. How, like I said, how he meshes the building of intensity with the strings and the piano with his vocals together and how they mesh are really good. The visuals on the video matching what he's talking about and what they represent, also amazing. So there's a lot of good on this that I can see, whether I like the song or not, that I can see that people will resonate with. Music is subjective. I might like something that other people dislike, and I might like something that other people like. I don't like the pop rock ballads when they're originals, and I really don't like when you take a masterful song, not even masterful, when you take a song like Last Resort by Papa Roach that had so much of it was such a cultural phenomenon, an emotional phenomenon for people who are into the nu metal genre or that type of alternative rock genre, and you change it like this, it's gonna irk or rustle some feathers. I can get over it. I can understand the artistry in this. Pop songs are really hard to write, especially when you're adding in strings and stuff. It's very hard to write and to organize. Somebody who's tried to compose music, composing classical music is very difficult. There's a lot of rules you have to follow, but you also have to know when to break those rules for the sake of the music. There's a lot that goes into it. So that is not lost on me either. That way you got the negatives out of the way. Y'all can come back now. We can have a party. Original's still my favorite. I think this one definitely holds its own for particular fans. I want to break down the track a little bit. Okay. So we're going to isolate. I want to talk about the chorus real quick. I think it was the chorus.
My life into pieces, embrace my last resort, suffocation, no breathing. Don't give a fuck if I cut my arm bleeding. Do you even care if I die bleeding? Would it be wrong or it be right?
Bleeding. So right, he's doing different vocal melodies in the original.
If I took my life tonight, chances are that I might.
Chances are that I might. Doing the chromatics in there, going up a half step, down a half step. Really cool.
I'm contemplating suicide. I'm contemplating suicide.
Very, very much barely talking into the mic, right?
Losing my sight, losing my mind. Wish somebody would tell me I'm fine. Losing my sight, losing my mind. Wish somebody would tell me I'm fine. I am fine.
Okay. Right there. We all know Ronnie can sing. We all know Ronnie can hit the right notes. We all know Ronnie can... we all know Ronnie's a great singer, great musician, all of those things. Here's the issue, right? He's with Epitaph. They're with Epitaph. The problem I have with mainstream artists is whether they like it or not, production companies will use pitch correction. I have a video that I posted for my members that I may make available for everybody that talks about production companies auto-tuning even the best singers. We're talking Dimash. We're talking Bublé, even though I might not like his music. His voice is he's incredible. So that to me sounded a little bit robotic. I'm gonna say that it's probably auto-tune, not necessarily saying that his voice didn't hit the right notes. What I'm saying is production companies will use tone correction when it's not needed to make sure that that note doesn't waver as much as it might have. So instead of it being like mine, it could have been, they made it so it's just a straight my type of thing, right? So that's a production choice that the producers go in after the fact and don't really tell the band they're doing. So I wanted to mention that. Go back a little bit. Right at the end there, it does sound a little bit robotic. Not Ronnie's fault. Probably didn't need it on the vocals, to be honest with you, because he's a great singer. It's the production company doing stupid shit. Let's get to the harsh vocals, because I want to talk about how awesome these were. This is what I was talking about with the overlapping vocals. I like the interweaving of both vocal parts. And you hear the background vocals slowly raising up in dynamics or volume, right? To match him. They started very low and they're slowly going up to match his volume. Cool artistic choice.
Cause I'm losing my sight, losing my mind. Wish somebody would
Losing my... He kind of doing like a singing at the front of his mouth instead of the back a little bit there.
losing my sight, losing my mind. Wish somebody would tell me.
So I mentioned in Popular Monster where he sounded a little bit like Corey from Slipknot. This one he actually paid pretty... He sounded like the original there. Jacoby Shaddix. He sounded a lot like Shaddix there, in my opinion, when he does his harsh vocals. I don't know if that was intentional or it just so happened that it worked out, but very... very cool there. I want to bring in all the juice. I want you to hear how everything kind of slowly builds up to that vocal part. That's the... Oh, where's that? Is that right here? Hold on, there's like a little synth buildup. Right there. Again, using the synth to do even more buildup to the climax of the song, right? Where everything stops. Really cool. While I may not like the entirety, or I guess the choice made for the song, there's so many cool things in the song to talk about. I like that he went for this. I like that he said, I want to do a ballad, a pop ballad rendition of Last Resort. Knowing full well that people like me might not like it, I give him credit. And it's not like I'm saying it's bad. What I'm saying is I personally wouldn't have this on a playlist that I would listen to, but it's still a great rendition of the song. His vocals are amazing on it. The note choices he chose, I really do love and enjoy. And I do like the light vocals that slowly build, the dynamics slowly build until he's into his harsh vocals, screaming vocals that we know from Ronnie so well. And I think it showcases his vocal range as well, because you're getting the soft touch vocals, you're getting the regular mid-range vocals, you're getting the falsettos in this, you're getting the screams, the fry screams, you're getting everything here. So this is kind of a vocal showcase for Ronnie. Not that we haven't seen his vocals, but this was a vocal showcase for Ronnie. And the fact that he plays piano on it is really cool too as well. I also wanted to mention too, I kind of touched on it, just because I don't like this doesn't mean that it doesn't have an impact and it doesn't show a journey that you can have through music. I think honestly, Ronnie has been pretty open about his journey through his music, and this is just another part of that journey. And I think the fact that he's able to create a rendition of a song that has so much angst and so much anger and so much adrenaline, and be able to take it and soften it towards resonating not only with new fans but with a lot of the same fans, it's not lost on me at all, right? I think it takes not only a great artist to do that, but a fearless artist to do that. And I think that's something that should be commended. Like I said before, I could not like something, but still see the goodness and how great it is for other things. Just because I don't like something doesn't mean it's not good. The fact that not only now do we've seen Ronnie's rap chops, we've seen his rock vocal range, but to be able to see the immense talent he has to hit those high notes so angelically, and to be able to transition in a pop song to go into fry vocal, like rock fry vocal, and make it work, really cool. I just think all around this was an amazing showcase of talent, both in composition and the way the song is organized to be a totally different genre than the original, and also showcasing his vocal prowess and how he can take pretty much any song and sing it any way he wants in any type of genre. So really, really impressive. That was really, really fun to go through. If you guys like this video, make sure you like, subscribe, hit that notification bell. It helps the channel out a lot. Let me know what the next, I believe I'm doing the trilogy next after this. I wasn't planning on doing this, but I saw it released and I wanted to get on it. So I really do appreciate your guys' support. And please do remember that good vibes are contagious.